Okay, hi. I haven't posted anything on here in a while. I planned on posting things and then they just didn't work out and I got insanely busy and I honestly lost motivation, truly. That's what happens during summer for me. I can have a really good year and then summer is just absolute shit. But let's play catch up. I'm gonna bake some cookies because I'm bored and we're gonna talk about the things we've missed. Like a lot of hyperfixations and what I am loving at the moment. So yeah, I'm just gonna follow the recipe on the back of the chocolate chips. It's Nestlé Toulouse.
From her grandmother, Nestlé Toulouse.
What was her name?
Nestlé Toulouse.
As you can see, I'm in a different location. I've moved out of my apartment. I am in my parents' home right now. I'm staying with them temporarily, hopefully to move out of state. It's not going well so far, but day before I moved out of my apartment, I got COVID for the first time in 2 years, 2.5 years. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So let's see if I can talk and do all this at the same time while having a recipe, basically. So let's start back in March. March, the hyperfixation was Bridgerton. Now Bridgerton, season 2 came out in March, but season 1 I did not enjoy. But I loved Anthony's character in season 1, and so I was excited when they said he was gonna be in the main character basically in season 2. And then I read a little bit of the backstory of his book, but I haven't read his book. And I was like excited. Okay, Playboy the first season. What's the second season gonna bring? And then they cast Simone Ashley, and I had only seen her in Sex Education. I hadn't seen her in like a leading role yet. So I was like, okay, she's gorgeous. And then they released the first clip for Tudum, and I was like, I don't know. I don't really know yet. I can't get a full read on the chemistry because I don't know where this scene is coming from, you know? Then the trailer came out and I was like, oh, I'm sold. I'm sold. That man coming out of the water and then just and then I watched it all in a day, all in a singular day. I melted at the scene. The bane of my existence and the object of all my desires. Night and day I dream of you. I filmed that with myself.
And what is it do you think you do to me?
What?
Oh, damn.
What do I do to you? And your heart is with my sister.
And my heart is with your sister.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck.
What do you?
Oh, Daphne. This is like role reversal with her and the Duke. Oh my god.
Do you think that there is a corner of this earth that you could travel to far away enough to free me from this torment?
Dear God.
I'm a gentleman. My father raised me to act with honor, but that honor is hanging by a thread that grows more precarious with every moment I spend in your presence. You are the bane of my existence.
Oh my god.
And the object of all my desires.
Oh my god.
Night and day, I dream of you.
Oh my. The door's open.
Do you even know all the ways a lady can be seduced?
Dear God.
Things I could teach.
Oh my god.
I don't know what to say.
You do not have to say it.
I do not think there is anything else to say. Other than I love you too. You do know there'll never be a day where you do not vex me.
Is that a promise, Kathane Sharma?
Not the legal name. Not the legal name. What the fuck? You've got to be kidding me. Alexa, what's half of 3/4 of a cup? Half of 3/4
3/4 of a cup is 3/8 of a cup, or 0.375 cups.
3/8. One of these has conversions. 3/4 of a cup is 12 tablespoons, so we're gonna do 6 tablespoons. Season 2 of Bridgerton was my favorite. And I made my mom watch it because she didn't. I tried to get her to watch season 1, and she's like, don't like it. And I was like, okay, watch season 2, but skip past the Featherington shit because that's not necessary. Truly, it was the stupidest thing. And then, as for season 3, I'm not sure how I feel because I know they introduced Theo as Eloise's, like, possible love interest, but that's not who she ends up with unless they change something. And so I knew Colin and Penelope would get together because I know that that's a book, but at the same time, I don't think they've built up their story and chemistry enough because I can't see it right now. I could be proven wrong. I'd love to be proven wrong. But I just can't see it right now. Okay, and as for, I think it was April/May, end of April, early May, the best show Netflix has ever made and renewed 2 seasons for, Heartstopper. Are you kidding? Do you know me? That is a sucker for me. I think I'm on 5. Heartstopper. Dear God, that show, I wish I had it as a kid. Truly, as a kid struggling with their sexuality, I wish I had it. Nick Nelson was me, basically. I could not put a label to me. I couldn't figure out. I didn't have much of an education on sexuality. I was sheltered. I wasn't allowed to watch a lot of stuff growing up. And I grew up going to church, and the only thing I knew about gay people was bad. But then when I would hear that, I'd be like, why? My normal, like, Christ-like, love everybody, but there's apparently exceptions, kind of mine. I was like, there was somebody who literally got kicked out of our church, or they say not kicked out, but he made the choice. They actually gave him a choice of you either can be straight or you can leave. And of course, he left. I would have too. And I never felt comfortable in church. And I went to another church that my people I was friends with went to. And I thought it was a lot more accepting. But you never spoke about any of that openly if you were. Church is giving me anxiety now. And I don't like that it gives me anxiety because it is a community. And I've met a lot of great people from churches. It's just who you are. You want to be who you are. People I grew up with that I trusted to come out to before I came out to anybody else were not openly like supportive, I guess you could say. They kind of fake support. I came out to them, and then a couple weeks later we had a Christmas party, and one of them said, I was talking to her about, I might want to do it, publicly, come out publicly. She's like, well, I just don't want you to regret it. Like I would change my mind. And you know what? It's not okay if I change my mind. It happens all the time, but it's still living my true self, and it set me back about 3 or 4 years because I didn't come out till last year. I hated it. But the thing about Heartstopper that I loved was that it was a positive story about LGBT, and there's so many negative stories about LGBT people dying, and just sad, and it's no joy. There's no gay joy. Gay meant happy for years, so where's the joy? Heartstopper, Kit Connor, killing it. Joe Locke, also killing it. All these newcomers killing it. Yasmin Finney playing Elle. The trans representation that girl has. Oh my God, all these prime ministers are talking about her, and it's so amazing of a show. I could not stop talking about it to anyone and everyone, and I'm so glad it got renewed for 2 seasons. If it didn't, I'd be pissed. It says beat it, but I don't want to use the hand mixer. June. What was June? I think June was Summer I Turned Pretty. I love Jenny Han, if you didn't know. when To All the Boys I Loved Before came out, or it was announced to come out, I saw that trailer alone probably 15 times. I read all the books, and then I watched the first movie, and I watched it 9 times. It's still cinematic, like cinematography and everything like that I love about the first movie. The second and third are not great. But so, Summer Turned Pretty, I watched the show and then I read the books. Dear God, the books. But I'm just gonna say, if you're Team Jeremiah, why? Seriously, why? Have you not read the books? Did you? Since I hadn't read the books before I watched the show, I genuinely was like, oh, he doesn't have feelings for Belly. They're really good friends. I didn't realize he had feelings for her until he literally shot off the firework towards Conrad and Belly when they were about to kiss. So, and I don't think they had the chemistry as well. But in the books, Jeremiah is so possessive, and I think he sees it as a competition that he's gonna get Belly before Conrad does, or I don't know, just like he sees it as some kind of competition with Conrad, when it's not. Boys just tax. People are like Jeremiah girls. I'm like, Jeremiah girls are Chuck Bass girls. Y'all psycho. Y'all can't. Or, I'm not even talking about. If I talk about Chuck Bass, ooh, I will go off on it. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Can't get attached to Cameron because I know it's not a possibility, but can it be, please? Look, I'm all here for Conrad. I truly am. I'm telling you, I promise you I am. But Cameron, this has to change. This has to change because I know that's not an option. I can't get attached to Cameron. Boy, he's so cute. Man, you can't make the side love interest who is not close to ending up with her this likable. This man also just said, oh, that's okay, I don't drink. Where can I find myself a Cameron? Where can I find someone like me? Just call Cameron. I know he doesn't end up with Billy, but I want a whole different story with his love life because he does
so
the
nice.
world.
I obviously know that that's what's there.
I didn't mean to hurt you.
I know. Bummed. But, I'll be fine. Children cry and laugh and play, so we time to play. Carpe diem, Claudia. You should be with the person you really want to be with.
I want him to come out of the screen. Oh my god. No. Cameron deserves the world. I have never felt that attached to a side character. Tangent. I forgot Teddy. Hold on. I forgot that would wake Teddy up. We have a new addition. Theodore! Me and Teddy usually don't get along, mainly because he doesn't really get along with my dog, who's also here with me. We've also never had male dogs, so this is a first. But since our other dog Daisy passed, my parents needed a new dog, and my mom has always wanted a teacup, a genuine teacup. So meet Teddy. Say hi, Theodore. He's 4 pounds, and he's fully grown. Okay. And Theodore's gonna start barking. June, July. Oh, throughout the summer, this was me on and off. I found a new Netflix docu-series that has consumed my whole being. Let me grab a piece. I watched Drive to Survive on Netflix, and I'm an F1 girly now. Danny Rick, Max Verstappen. I can name all of them, I'm just not going to. Maybe I can't. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There's 20/21 possibly drivers on the grid. Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton, George Russell, Carlos Sainz, Charles Leclerc, Sergio Perez, Checo, Pierre Gasly, Yuki Tsunoda, I forget his last name, Mick Schumacher, Daniel Ricciardo, Lando Norris, Valtteri Bottas, Kevin Magnussen, Esteban Ocon, Alex Albon, Fernando Alonso, Sebastian Vettel, Lance Stroll. Of course. I got McLaren, I got Red Bull, I got Mercedes, I got Ferrari, I got Williams, right? Williams was... Alexa, what are the 21 drivers racing in F1 currently?
George Russell and Nicholas Latifi will be the F1
Latifi! Latifi, that's who I forgot. I was like, there's a Williams driver I'm forgetting. Well, he's leaving, so go Tiffy, the GOAT, always behind. I'm not there understanding why he's the GOAT, but so F1 has been my thing, and there is a race in Austin, and I really want to go, but I'm not going to. But I hate Vegas, but I want to try to get tickets to Vegas, even though, well, they will probably be majorly expensive. So yeah, Drive to Survive has been a big thing. And Formula One. So I've been watching the races. Max is probably, the way things are looking, going to win. Give me your thoughts if you're an F1 person. Let's be friends. What are we at? August? What have I been watching? Oh, I just saw Don't Worry Darling. Y'all are psycho. Olivia Wilde is psycho for making that. Good Lord, I don't understand it, but I'm not gonna go back and rewatch it. But Florence Pugh killed him. Your boy Harry Styles can't act. Sorry if you think he can, but Shia LaBeouf, if he wasn't a terrible person, would have killed it. I feel like this isn't enough. This is supposed to make... I don't know. I watched something. I know I watched something. Oh! So, in the midst of quarantine, I did watch. I got on a Chronicles of Narnia kick again. I haven't seen the first movie since I was a kid, and I learned I hadn't seen the second and third movie ever. So that was a first time watch, and I am mad because I, as a kid, loved Edmund. So I loved Edmund. I had a huge crush on him. And I was so mad I didn't get to see. Man, if I would have watched him growing up, and I was like, while I was growing up, I would have had such a big crush on him. So I watched Prince Caspian for the first time. Great movie. Voyage of the Dawn Treader, not so great, but you know, I cried. Felt like my childhood was ending that I never actually saw end. Does that make sense? I don't know.
Why didn't I tell her? That's so sad. I feel like I'm reliving an ending of my childhood that I never actually saw, if that makes sense. Oh my god, I don't even know if I would have watched the third after that. I can't with this Narnia. My hyperfixation this month is Chronicles of Narnia. I'm a child again. I didn't read these books as a kid. I think I gotta read them now because why can't they go back? What do you mean they're too old? No.
I've kind of taken a break from reading. I've been on kind of like a, I don't know. I haven't had the best of luck with reading. But I did read a lot of books that I finally got around to that were really popular. So I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. No one gave me the warning for that book. I was sobbing in the back of my car. Sobbing. And then I read Red, White, and Royal Blue. Absolutely adorable. Absolutely adorable. Oh, Stranger Things Season 4. I'm literally wearing a Steve Harrington shirt. I didn't like it. I was severely disappointed. I thought the new characters, I didn't grow an attachment to them. Y'all are weird with the Eddie Munson obsession. Like, really weird. The idea that it's a psychological villain, I'm really for the big killing monster kind of villains. But also the idea that music takes you out of it. Oh my god, I hated that so much. Running up that hill, stop it. Literally stop it. And we're gonna chill it. I might even freeze it just to kind of speed it up. Movies. Top Gun came out, Maverick. I watched the original Top Gun literally like 4 days before I saw Maverick. Hated it because it had no plot to me. It was just a bunch of alpha males kind of flying on planes that were Top Gun students. I don't know. But Top Gun Maverick had a plot, and oh my god, it had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. And I was thinking every time you thought it was gonna end, not over, not over. But I loved it so much. I watched Elvis. Elvis was just as good as well. Baz Luhrmann. Second Baz Luhrmann film I think I've ever seen. Great Gatsby 2013 with Leo was the other one, and that was gorgeous. So I had high hopes for this Elvis. I know everybody's talking about how Austin Butler's keeping of Elvis was weird. It is. But man, killed that role. Oh my god. Oh my god, killed it. So amazingly. Deserves nominations. If he doesn't get a nomination, I'll be genuinely shocked. But yeah, I'm trying to watch a lot of things, but also trying to focus on work and getting out of state and moving and finding jobs out of state and production. That's been a toughie, but yeah. Let him freeze a little bit while I finished a movie. I just watched Shazam for the first time. Pretty good film. But yeah, there's like, I'm trying to figure out kind of different things I want to put on here because I do want to be more active. I am on TikTok now. I caved and I got a TikTok account and I'm on there constantly. So I'll link that down below if anybody wants to see me make a fool of myself just even more than I already have. But I truly do not care anymore about like public perception. I'm just living life. I'm just wanting to have fun. That's what everybody should do. Just like have fun. If you care about what anyone else thinks, they're gonna ruin your fun. Everyone deserves to have fun. I don't know why I love baking, but I have never had the best luck with cookies. They're always messy and they end up either very crumbly or like these, too kind of like thin, I guess is the way to put it. Alexa, set a timer for 10 minutes. And we shall
10 minutes, starting now.
We shall see what comes out of it. You don't eat the cookie dough. Are you human? It's a true question. But yeah, hopefully soon I can get some motivation and come out with some more things to do, but check me out on TikTok for right now. It's a balance. It's a lot of balance right now, so I'm trying to figure that out. These are the worst cookies I think I've ever made. They just came out of the oven after 16 minutes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and maybe see you soon.